Howdy, y'all. So on the next episode of Ricky's Big World, we gonna spill all the tea. And I said, hey, by the way, you didn't say nothing on there about you couldn't put it on your head. You said don't put it on your face. That's not your head.
Back in the pizza world caverns, behind the test ovens, and in reality next to the bathrooms, it's Ricky's Big World.
Hey, and welcome to another edition, or episode as you want to call it, of Ricky's Big World. So, I just recently got my hair cut, Roxanna.
Oh, you did?
I think you can't tell.
Well, you have a hat on.
Well, I do have a hat on. All right, so I recently got my hair did, and I really need it. But while I was sitting in that chair, every time I sit in the chair to get my hair did, I always say, let's go ahead and shave it off. Let's go bald-headed. But then I remember the time I did shave my head for a charity event, and I regretted it.
What?
Yeah, I regret it. Number one, I was about 100 and something pounds heavier.
Okay.
All right. So I look like, baby Buddha. And so I get it shaved off. It was actually live on the air. Get it shaved off and everything else. And what I didn't like about it is that thank you, sir. He didn't throw it at me this time. He must like me today.
Italian sausage, mushroom Alfredo.
Italian sausage, mushroom Alfredo. Okay, he only brought one fork and
one bowl.
And one bowl. What happened to Roxanna? So you're gonna have to
The
go.
forgotten child.
You forgot. You're gonna have to go get. Here, you grab some. Try on some bread.
No, you go ahead.
And
you go first.
We'll
get me figured out.
We'll get you. Well, what up? Look here. Anyway, so let me show you this. Okay, let me show you before we start talking. Look at this. I know some people listen to the audio version can't see, but
Maybe we should describe it for those people.
It is, what was it again? Italian sausage.
Mushroom.
And mushroom. And with garlic bread.
Yeah. Alfredo.
Child, look at that. And Alfredo.
There's a very long string pull for people who can't see it. That looks hot.
Oh my God.
Oh, there's chicken in there too.
Good.
Get all your protein for the day.
That is so delicious. Oh my God. Go get you a fork. Or another plate. Something.
Okay, I'll go get stuff. You talk.
All right. So she's going to go get herself a fork. And we also got the bread. We split the bread in half. So I'm gonna wait till she gets back before we really start going on. But so yeah, I went to shave my head bald headed, and that was not a good decision when it came to how heavy I was, because every time if I were if it's standing straight, right, if I was just standing straight, it looked somewhat okay. But if I just looked up a little bit, it looked like a whole fat face on the back of my head, like eyes, a nose, and a mouth. Roxanna. The fat did when I shaved my head. She just got back. All right, so you got some bread, and you got your stuff.
Okay.
All right, so
I'll serve myself while you continue.
no,
your
you
story.
go right ahead. Here's
Oh my gosh,
here's
the
the
cheese
knife
on
if you
this
want the
is
knife
wild.
to cut it. Do what?
I said the cheese on this is wild.
Is that a buffalo cheese?
It is.
Buffalo milk cheese, y'all. All right, so what I noticed, now this was a while back. Now what I noticed, what you think?
It's delicious.
It's delicious. Get the bread. I cut it in half.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did. How nice of me.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, your man. Yes,
You
ma'am.
should work here.
I should not. So this is work. Okay, I'm working right now. So I like I said, decided to do this for a charity event, and I was like, ooh, it felt good having a bald head. Problem is I had to shave my head every day, and it was getting on my last nerve.
That makes sense.
It makes
Gotta
sense.
keep it up.
Exactly, it makes sense. All right, so that it. She approved. It makes sense. So, good Lord, hold on that. Job.
That is so good.
Oh, good. All right,
So
so
this isn't normally on the menu, but you can add things to your chicken Alfredo.
is this part of the secret menu?
It could be.
Could be.
I think it's just like add-ons. You can add it.
There it is. So again, we're at Pizza World, and it's just phenomenal food. So getting back to my fat head, okay. So here I am, shaved the head, and the next day I noticed I had peach fuzz, so I had to go over there and I had to start shaving again. Next day, shaving again. I was constantly shaving my head because my hair grows back like crazy. So I got this bright idea. I was at the store and reading certain bottles, and I was like, okay. And this one bottle said, do not put on your face. And I was like, okay, the head is not the face. And if people could put it on their legs, then I guess they could put it on top of their head. So here I am, I'm hopping in the shower. I take the bottle of Nair.
Oh my goodness.
And I put it on top of my head because I was lazy. I'm tired of shaving it. I figured the Nair do it just fine. Okay? So I get all of a sudden I'm standing in that shower and I start feeling like something hot burning my head. And I leap out of that shower as much as I can, as fat as I was. But anyway. And I waddle on over there to the mirror by the sink, and I look, and there were like a million little red dots where my head was bleeding, like real bad. So I run back. Well, I'm sorry, I lied. I waddle back. I wasn't running. I don't run now. And I get back to the into the shower, and as soon as that shower water hits the top of my head, it felt like a million swords.
Oh my gosh, I bet.
Daggering. I mean, by the time I came out, I was exhausted. I start walking, get dressed and everything else. I'm walking down the stairs into the living room, and Jennifer is like, what happened to your head? She said it looked like somebody dug up hamburger meat out the grave. I mean, it was horrible. Tore my head up like you would not believe. So I vowed I ain't never put no Nair on there, but I wrote Nair, and I said, hey, by the way, you didn't say nothing on there about you couldn't put it on your head. You said don't put it on your face. That's not your head. So that was that was a lesson I had to learn real bad.
You're the reason they write those warning labels.
No, I'm not the reason. You know what? I'm gonna eat. No, I'm gonna ignore you on that right there. Let me have some more of this, because I also want some of this bread to have this as well. Now you're noticing I'm keeping all my fork on this side of the knife, right?
Yes, I got you.
All right, so I put a knife on it so it'll separate.
Yeah.
Do what? That's like a
Got a sandwich.
little Sammy.
It's basically a chicken Alfredo sub.
Okay. Hold on.
Pinky up.
Pinky. Okay, I can't even talk.
That might be a problem since we're doing.
I know. Exactly. Well. Okay. I'm trying not to be rude, family, because I don't want y'all seeing inside my mouth hole. All right. But I tell you what, it isn't as bad as what happened to my friend Felicia. Because Felicia lived in the hood with us. Now, we lived in the projects when I was growing up. Now, Felicia, she was cute back in the day, but
Oh my goodness.
is that a brownie?
It's a cookie. Careful, it probably is hot.
Oh my God! Look at that.
Chocolate chip cookie just got delivered.
Chocolate chip cookie.
And it's warm, just out of the
No,
oven.
it's a little bit more than
chocolate chip
warm.
cookie.
It's hot.
It's not
Well,
warm.
I'm gonna put this down because I don't know if I want. Hold on.
Mixed flavors.
I need to eat more of
We're
this.
getting lunch and dessert right now.
That is so good.
It is really good.
Okay. Hold on. More napkin from the microphone stand. All right. So, Felicia had this big old beautiful head of hair. I mean, just huge. And she had to she went to camp. And, oh we actually went to two separate camps. I went to Camp McKenzie. Camp McKenzie was like, for the po folks. She went to the higher up camp, right? That costs a lot of money.
Right.
So my camp was free because I lived in the project. Ain't nobody in my camp got head lice. Nobody. However, she went to this uppity to-do camp that costs a lot of money. Everybody there got head lice.
Oh no.
And she came back, and when she walked up to I apologize, y'all, but when she came back and she walked up to the house, my mama put her hand out. She said, "Stop. Don't you walk nowhere on my property." And she said, "Well, why?" And she said, "Because I see them little critters dripping and falling out your head."
Oh my goodness.
It was that bad.
No.
So
they didn't take care of it at the camp?
No.
Oh no.
Because they denied it. They didn't want anybody to know that she had that. So they made it sound like, you must have got it after you left. No.
How sad.
So what had to happen was my mama decided that she was going to be the martyr of the neighborhood, and she went out and bought all this red stuff and everything else to get rid of lice. And then she shaved everybody's head. And our house still never got it. Because my mama took care of it outside in the yard. In Columbus, Georgia, in the hot summer heat.
Oh my goodness.
So she goes, and here comes Felicia. She got this huge mane, beautiful, beautiful hair. And she goes, and she's got these clippers, because she did everything with scissors. Not clippers, not the electric ones, but with scissors. So she's starting to cut it. She takes the first cut, and that girl starts crying.
Oh, I bet.
Her mama's across the street just crying. She couldn't even step over there across the street to the yard because she just started crying. And she was like, "My baby this and my baby that and my this. Oh, by the way, she didn't live in the neighborhood to right there. She lived a little bit up, so more affluent area.
Okay.
But anyway, so just make sure we understand each other. She didn't live in my neighborhood. So but she was across the street at another friend's house. And like I said, they all just crying everything else, and the more my mama cut, and the more she's crying. And the hair she was putting into this bucket that had boric acid and some other things that just to get rid of stuff, right? So by the time she was said and done, this child was bald-headed.
Oh.
And my mama clipped it so well, it looked phenomenal. And Felicia had that kind of face that you could actually, it worked.
Oh, that's good at least.
And she went back to school the next day, and of course this was back in the 80s. And girls just didn't get that done back then.
Yeah.
And so first she was like scared to death. She said, "Oh, they're going to make fun of me." No. It was like all of a sudden other girls started doing it.
Wow.
And then when Billie Jean came out, remember that movie? Mm-hmm. When Billie Jean came out and all those girls started having that short hair,
Yeah.
and Pat Benatar and all that, she was like the hit of school.
Oh.
So, just because you got little critters and lice crawling all on you don't mean they ain't a bad thing, because otherwise this would have never happened.
I can imagine like how traumatic it is to like have your hair cut like that, but I'm glad it worked out for the best.
Oh yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
I am too, but it was traumatic. I mean, I had to get shaved my head too. My hair was about right to here, below the jaw.
Hair.
No, that's not the longest I ever had. I had dreads one time.
What?
Yes.
I need pictures.
No.
We all need
I had a
pictures. We need to put those on the internet now.
No. In fact, let me tell you about that perm. That perm was just. In fact, you want a brownie while we talking about this perm?
It's a cookie.
Oh, it looked like a brownie though.
It's a cookie.
Here, do you want the cookie brownie?
Sure. I'll take
I mean,
a bite
you ain't got to correct me. Do you want it or not?
It's so warm. And like, how do you like your cookies? Do you like them soft or crunchy?
Soft and hot. I like fresh baked out of oven.
Then this is exactly what you'll like.
Oh my God. Are you sure that's not a brownie?
Warm, soft.
I like a brownie cookie.
Well, I think it's because of the pan that it's cooked in.
Wow.
So good.
Okay.
Last episode we talked about that cow that timeshare cow, and I could sure use some milk with this cookie right now.
Where is our boy at?
Right there.
Sir.
I think he's ignoring you.
I think so too.
Better flash that star.
Garçon, dost thou haveth milk?
Right, what?
Dost thou haveth milk?
No, but I have it on good authority. You got a cousin that bought into a timeshare on a milk cow. Maybe you want to call them.
Be gone.
But also, like, father, like, daughter. That was, like, the first thing I said.
I ain't never lied to him. No way. Huh?
Am I lying?
He was in a timeshare.
On
So
a cow.
with a cow. But you heard the last episode.
Timeshare a cow.
We gotta go through this again. 5 people
5 people bought into
went
timeshare.
into a cow because the cow overproduced milk. And so what they did was they got all the milk from the cow constantly, gave it to charity, gave it to WIC program, gave it to everybody else. And they took some home too, so nothing was ever wasted. And that cow was treated better than my dog. That cow had his hooves painted, had her fur, curled and brushed and everything, shampooed, everything. Ate the best food. Yeah. She was good. But
And you said still might be alive, right?
she still might be alive. My point is, though, is I don't have no milk for this brownie cookie.
Because we're a piece of place. We serve beer, wine, and soda.
Well, I understand that, but I didn't expect to see no brownie cookie in no piece of place either. But it's here, and it's delicious. Huh?
Would you like me to take the cookie back then if you can't eat it?
We can get you some wine. You did hold up your pinky earlier.
I
To be
did.
fancy.
I did. I'm good. I got something to drink right here. Thank you. What were we talking about? Because y'all keep interrupting me.
We were talking about head lice. So I think it's okay that we switch.
Oh, yeah, we're going to switch the topic. Yeah, I had dreadlocks one time. I rolled my own hair.
You did it to yourself?
Mm-hmm. It was. Look, when you grow up in Georgia, we're so close to the Caribbean that we have a lot of Caribbean influences and everything else, and so it's just natural. People just got together and just did all that, and so
That's awesome.
I know how to roll other people's hair too.
I was going to say, I just imagined somebody would do it for you. I didn't think you would do it yourself.
Well, I started doing it myself, and then it was just I can't reach in the back much, so somebody else was doing it.
I need pictures of you with long hair.
No. I got this one picture of me when I was younger, and my hair looked like a mane. It was like poofed out, right? And I'm leaned over like this in the picture, and I got this big old mane. I was actually on the phone with somebody, and I put the phone down.
Just so you could take a picture.
Just right, and it was a cordless phone, regular old cordless phone, and I had to be. I think I was in elementary school at that time, but I had a big old mane of hair.
I think we need pictures. If you agree that we need pictures, Facebook, Instagram, comments on YouTube, leave us comments and likes.
Actually, no. I think we're good.
And tell Ricky you need these pictures. We need them released.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see them.
I think you can keep your opinion to yourself on that one right there.
We'll let the people speak. See what the people say.
Y'all don't want to see that. I promise you. You don't want to see that. Easy. Wow, what have I done? Oh, I got that perm. So I went to. Funny thing is, my hair is, if it starts growing enough, it actually automatically starts getting real curly. But I wanted those tight perm, the tight curls. So I go to the mall, which I hate. I hated the mall. I could not stand, even as 16, 17 years old, I couldn't stand. So I go and decide that, I'm going to do this. So I go there, and this lady's standing there, and she's like, oh, you got beautiful hair. Why would you want to perm this and put these chemicals in it? Because I want it. No, I was full of just fire. I said, I just want it. I said, I think it looked good because I got this girl that I like, Jennifer, my now wife. And so she goes and she started doing, I didn't realize how long of a process it was. And then she said, okay, well, we got the perm thing going on. And she said, would you like to have it highlighted too? And I didn't know no better. I was like, yeah, well, sure, why not? So she finishes the perm. Now, evidently, you're not supposed to even wash your hair after a perm for like the next 24 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
This lady starts putting this highlighter stuff in my head. Hair fell out. And splotches. Plop, 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 plop. Splotches. It looked good for like 5 seconds. And then when she took a brush to it, it didn't look good no more. So I was like, okay. What we gonna do now? Oh, would that be $75? She said, I said no. I called my mama. I said, Mama. Now I remember I'm 16, 17 years old. And I was like, Mama, this lady jacked up my head, Mama. And she said, what you mean she jacked up your head? I said, I'm sitting here at the mall at such and such place. I said, she put this perm in and then she put this highlighter. She said, I'll be there in a minute. She said, don't you do nothing. You sit right there. So I sat right there and I told that lady, I said, I'm sorry to tell you this. My mama told me I can't go nowhere. Again, 16, 17, you know. And I never really wanted my mama to come to my defense like that. But that day, I didn't know what to do. And so she gets in there. And when my mama walked into a place mad, it's like thunder. Okay, she thundered up the mountain. So she goes over there and she said, who the fool who did this to my child's head? And she said, well, I don't know about this fool mess, she said, but I'm the one that did that exceptional job. But I think it's your son's head who did not know how to take it. Maybe his DNA is not correct. Okay, so that just jacked up my mama even more. And she said, all right, she said, for every bald spot my child got in his head is one that's going to happen in your head. She said, so let's go. And she said, and on top of that, you trying to charge my baby all this money for this jacked up job? So the owner of the salon comes out. And that's where my mistake was. I went to a salon, not a barbershop. But barbershops don't do that. So the owner came in. Evidently she just got there, came to the back door, and she looked at me and she said, oh my God. She said, what happened? Are we fixing this from somebody else? And my mama said, no. She said, that little fool right there is the one who did this to my baby. And when my mama got real mad, that one little tear come out. And I knew that place was about to burn down. So she goes and she says, ma'am, she said, no, we'll take care of this. And that lady, she said, oh, no, we're not. She said, I didn't do nothing. And she said, ma'am, whatever her name was, she said, are you the one who permed his head? She said, yes. Are you the one who put the highlighter stuff in it after you permed his head? She said, yes. You know you're supposed to wait 24 hours before the boy can even wash his head. She said, what are you doing putting highlighter stuff in there right now? She said, this is your fault, and you fired. She said, I heard how you talked to his mama. She said, I'm not having that in my establishment. So she comes over there and she shaves my head to, like military cut. Right. And it looked good. That's about it. That's all I got. But I went back later and did another perm when the hair grew back so that I could, still experience it. Yeah. And like it. That first time tainted it is like, okay, I'm not happy with this. It did not look good on my fat head. That little tight curl just. Yeah. And then when I tried to brush it, it got all bushy. Yeah. So like that, it's like, okay, well, I don't know about all this no more.
You're like, not for me.
And all the other guys, they made fun of me. So when I go on, the football team and stuff like that, they were like, no, Ricky, that ain't for you. So, have you ever had a perm?
A perm? Mm-hmm. No. But my grandma used to get perms all the time, up until like she passed. That was like the thing that she did. But I've never gotten one. I do remember the smell. It has a very specific smell.
It smells like booty. It's why it's nasty. It smells so bad.
It's really strong.
Mm-hmm.
Really strong.
That's a very polite word.
I heard perms are coming back in, just in a different way. Not the tight curls that it used to be, but like big wavy.
Oh, the chunky stuff. Yeah, like from the 70s. Yeah, that
I
kind of
guess
stuff.
that's coming back. I've seen some TikToks and stuff.
I have no idea. In fact, I do not care. No more.
You don't want to grow your hair out and we can try it?
No. Mm-mm. Let me tell you something now. If my hair touches my ears, I lose my mind. I have got to go get it cut. And the last time before I got it cut this time, it was touching my ears for a while, and it was driving me nuts. But every time I decide, hey, I'm going to get my hair cut, I went to one place. Was it last weekend I got my hair cut? I went to this one place. They had a 4-hour wait. Every place in the Iowa City area, 4-hour wait on a Saturday. I said, nope, never mind. I guess I'm going to wait again. So I finally found another place. I'm sorry, I keep eating this brownie cookie. It's so good. It's crunchy, too.
Well, it's perfect because it's warm and soft. And you might as well do it while it's warm.
Well, I have PTSD right now. I have to talk about the hair stuff and the perm and falling out and everything.
You're eating all your feelings.
I'm enjoying my hair. So leave me alone. All right, so
This is the perfect place and come to do that with all the carbs and pizza, pasta, cookies.
and I'm diabetical, so I can't be just sucking down all this good stuff now. I gotta take my time and kind of step it back. Gotta step it back, but it's worth it. Be like, Ricky, what's wrong with you? I'm just in a coma right now. We're good. Don't worry about me. All right. So now my cousin decided that she wanted to have a mohawk, and she had some jacked up hair too. Her hair was like super straight. And most of my people in my family have pretty, natural waves and everything else. But she had like the super straight hair, and so she goes in there and she's like, I want a mohawk, but I want it tall. So she got it, and the dude who cut her hair evidently was new. He didn't know what he was doing. And when she came out, instead of her hair being like this, it was curled like that, and it looked like a comb over. And she was bald headed all around here. And then what he did, he cut the back too. So because how most Mohawks, they go from the front all the way to the back,
right?
Like Mr. T. Not this one. He cut it all the way to the crown, and then she had where it wasn't on the forehead, it went back to the forehead. So he had like that. It was like this long, and it curled over, and it just. Every time I see her, I tease her about that.
Aww.
I just walk up to her and I go, boop. She hates me. But I told her, I said, the next time that you at one of our other aunts had bats. And so I told her, I said, the next time that you go over to our aunt's house, I bet you a bat's gonna try and steal some of that hair out of his head for the nest or something. Sure enough, she went over there and she spent the night, and she went upstairs and she had bats in the attic. Sure enough, here come a bat right on over there trying to snatch her little mohawk off.
No way.
I was down because she started screaming. You never heard the bat.
Bats are scary.
Oh, well, okay.
Yes, they're scary.
No, when I first
If
moved,
they're far away, no, they're not. But if they're
Well-
up in your space,
I mean, it's not like gonna turn into Dracula or nothing. I mean,
it doesn't matter. They still have claws and wings.
no.
and I would freak out.
Fruit bats are beautiful animals. Have you
I
seen
know,
them?
I'm sure they're beautiful. I'm just not in my face, flapping around,
When we first moved
or in my hair.
to Cedar Rapids, we bought a 100-year-old house, built in 1910.
Okay.
And the I was downstairs and I was in the kitchen one night. Now we had been there maybe 2 weeks, and all of a sudden I look over and I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye. I was, what's that? And then I go in the living room, I didn't see nothing, and all of a sudden something flew by my head, and it was a bat. And I was like, oh, so I opened the door and I got it out. And I was like, do we have bats in this house? And Jennifer's like, man, we already got ghosts, because we had ghosts. And that's a whole different story. I'll tell
We'll have to
later.
save that one for Halloween.
Yeah, that's a Halloween story. But I got the bat out. So they're not really that scary, but I didn't want to hurt the bat.
But was it up in your face, in your hair and stuff?
Yeah, well, I mean, it flew by. I mean, it's like, whoo. I don't know what bats sound like. I don't know if it's whoo is it, but I'm just saying that it just flew by, and I'll be honest with you, I freaked out, and I'm looking around like, okay, what is that? And I may have made a sound like that. Oh Lord, geez, something. Okay, or maybe a little bit louder.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably a little bit louder.
I may have cussed a little bit. I don't know, but the anyway, getting back to my cousin, yeah, the bat flew down and tried to take our mohawk off.
That scared me.
It did snatch some hair out though. But that was the ugliest mohawk you ever seen. And poor thing just ain't got the forehead for it. I mean, I told her, I said, baby, I said, look here, go get you a wig. Please go talk to Auntie Wigs and get yourself something. Because, I mean, you just look like Beavis from Butthead and Beavis and Butthead. You just, which one was it? Is it Butthead? Butthead is the one with the big forehead. Yeah, please, baby, just go. Family don't need to say, you can't have no pictures with the family no more. Right? Not while you still got that. Put a hat on, do something, shave that monkey thing, whatever you got on top of your mohawk, just shave it off. And she's like, I can't shave it off. This what I want. I said, no, it's not. That thing is not what you know how you when your grandmama tells you, baby, I'm making a pie, I'm making a cake, and it's in the oven. Don't open up, don't stomp over there, or it's gonna collapse, and I'm gonna beat your rear end if you make that happen. That's what it was. It's just like she was baking that hair, and that hair, somebody walked by too fast and too hard, and the hair collapsed. It's horrible, terrible. I feel so sorry for her to this day.
Apparently, you still tease her about it.
Well, she older than me, so I really don't care.
Oh, that's fair.
She's all right. She's all right. Her husband bald headed now. He got that horseshoe going on. And he was that one that always had that, he was on the football team. He was popular with the girls, and he had this big lushy hair. So I'm actually kind of happy to see that. So it don't hurt my feelings. Now, my other cousin, Alicia, she's married to a guy who, and I don't judge men too much, but he looks like he was carved out of cream cheese. Alicia, I know you're going to see this episode, so I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, your husband, Randy, is like pretty. He's pretty, okay? And she knows it. He knows it. But he's a hard working guy. That's what I like about it. I respect the guy. Yeah. If he didn't work hard and he just sat around and he's pretty too, I wouldn't like that.
Fair enough.
No, like that. He gets on my nerves. He's the kind of guy that I don't want to stand next to because I know I'll be ugly.
People comparing you.
People compare me. It's like, oh Lord, Ricky, you fatter than I thought you. Oh my Lord, what happened to you? See what I'm saying? Yeah. Now I'm just sitting here by myself, and yeah, I'm all right. I'm at least a 6. But if I stand next to Randy, if I stand next to Randy, I'm gonna be a 2.5. I mean, I'll give myself that 5 points, but I'll be at 2.5. But it's just, I'm surprised we didn't get any more food coming in.
I don't think we need any more.
Do you want more brownie?
No.
Cookie
I might
brownie?
have some more pasta though.
Huh?
I might have some more pasta though.
Okay, well we got the pasta right here. What? Look here, we've been tearing up that brownie. I don't know what you.
Don't say we.
We've been tearing up the cookie brownie. Sit there and try to make me look like a pig. Okay.
I mean, I had some, and it was very good.
Oh, it's very delicious.
It was very good.
It was delicious, not delicious, delicious. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you did you know something good.
That's fair.
Or okay. You did I had that cookie and it was phenomenous. Phenomenous. You start making up your own words,
Yeah.
So it's good.
It's like doing the happy dance when you taste something delicious.
No, I can't do no happy dance. My fat jiggle too much. If I be happy dancing all over the place, and the problem is when you got fat and you start dancing like that, the fat leads you in the direction you want to originally go.
I guess we're going left now.
I guess we're going left now. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. So, I have enjoyed this episode. Talk about foreheads and lice and everything. It's just been so lovely.
Yeah.
So cultured.
What a way to start your Monday morning. Head lice.
Well, I mean, we cultured. But I tell you what, after that episode with the headlights and everything else, my mama made sure that any child that came to her house had permission from the mama that she was going to douse their head in that red stuff and get rid of anything. She said, "You ain't having that stuff in my house."
That lice is serious, though. You don't. It spreads. You don't want that.
Exactly. So look here. Until next time, I'm Ricky with Ricky's Big World. We're going to leave the door unlocked for you. All right? You hear? What you eating?
The garlic bread.
You're not going to get no more of the pasta?